Okay, so here's the 4 tomatillo, if I'm saying that correctly, tomatillo plants that were started from seeds, and the seeds I got were from Shelly Healthy Homestead Chick, and I'll leave a iCard up here in the corner, and I'll also put a link to her channel in the description, so go check out Shelly at Healthy Homestead Chick. But she sent me several of these seeds, and the first batch died, so I started the second batch. And in that video I said there were only 3, but there was one of the ones that I thought died come back, and it's actually this one right here in the middle. So we'll see how it does, but it looks just as good as the others. And these were started as seeds in a seed tray, and then I put them in a 1-gallon container, and I'll put a link to that video up here as well. So these have been in the 1-gallon container, give or take about a month, so they were time to get them in the we finally just got some space. We just pulled some squash and zucchini up, so really we'd run out of space here at the house, so got these planted. So we'll see how these take off from here. And again, tomatillo from Shelly at Healthy Homestead Chick. So let's get to Gladiator 4 update. Well, I guess before we get to Gladiator number 4, let me ask some questions. I'm guessing these here are what the fruit's going to be. You got 2 there, 1 there. You can see right there. So that's going to be the fruit. So that one has 3. That one has 3. That one has 3. And so far this one has 1 big one, but it looks like it's going to have at least 3 more there. So I'm interested to see how these do. Jackie knows what they are and knows how to cook with them, but we've just never grew them. So now let's get to Gladiator number 4. So here's Gladiator number 4 challenge, and if you remember it, that's where we had to buy 2 vegetables or fruits or 1 of each from the store, cut it open and directly plant the seeds just as they come out of the vegetable or the fruit. And I chose orange bell pepper and a vine ripe tomato. So here's the 2 orange bell peppers, 2 of the many, so there's 2 here, and the 2 vine ripe tomatoes started dying, and I don't know what's got into this raised bed right here, but just the tomatoes are going to heck in a handbasket compared to the other beds here at the house. So we cut these back, and there's a reason I cut them back, so let me go to that reason. So this container has nothing to do with the Gladiator challenge, but these cherry tomatoes right here were already past due, had already give us plenty of cherry tomatoes off of them, and they had actually grew from the bottom of that all the way to the top, all the way through these guards right here, or supports. So to get them out of the supports, I just took the clippers and clipped the vines. But I got tied up and never pulled the roots out, and lo and behold, out of that original root from 3 or 4 months back, it has sprouted back out right here. So we now have another cherry tomato growing, and it looks like it is going to bloom in a few different spots. So that got me to thinking this. So let's go back to my Gladiator 4 tomatoes. So we're back, and you can see these were cut back. This one here severely cut back, but yet you see it starting to turn green right there. And you can see this one is turning back green here, and again at the top, that whole side of the stem is turning back green. So I knew, and the reason I'd done that, I knew if I pulled these 2 plants up, then I would be done with that part of the Gladiator 4 challenge, because we had to pick 2 plants out of how many for the challenge. Well, these are my 2. If I pulled them up, I'd be done. So I took a lesson from that cherry tomato, just cut them back, and hopefully these will grow. But now over at the traditional garden spot, over at my mother-in-law's at Blessed Nana's. The vine ripe tomatoes are doing great, so let's go look at those. Even though they don't count for Gladiator 4, I'm proud of how they're doing, so let's go look at those. So I've come over here to Blessed Nana's, and we had a windstorm yesterday, a severe thunderstorm, and so these are the vine ripe tomatoes, the same at the house that I had to kill and cut back. So you can see these are producing pretty good. Now if I can just get them to start turning. But you can see from the storm, those on that side over there are blowed over, and we even had that one tied to a stake, so I guess whatever it was tied to must have broke. So I got to get busy staking these up, because we've had several fall over. And then peppers right here, jade bush beans here, so I got to get all this cut up. But peppers, they're doing good, and the tomatoes are doing good, except for those that are blowed over, and these tomatoes are heavy. I'm just ready for some warmer weather to get them to start turning. But let me get these staked back up, and then I'll bring you back. So I got them staked up, and it's not pretty. And here's your tip. When you've run out of tomato cages and the store just doesn't have any, I still got to go get one more stick for that one. But I had in the back of my truck, I had some green sticks and some tie straps. So I've just stuck them down there, and obviously, I mean, that's a little tight there for them, but even here on the bush, I loosely did a zip tie there until I can get some tomato cages or something else. So that'll at least help hold that weight up, because we have Tropical Storm Elsa coming in on us. So tomorrow evening and Wednesday, we're going to have some winds, so I'll try to get out here tomorrow to get these staked up better. But if not, that's the best I can do. Like I said, I've got one more for this one right here. I got to do something. But the tip is, when you run out of tomato cages, improvise. Don't be afraid to use sticks, zip ties, twine, PVC pipe. As you can see, I got PVC pipe and twine down there on the bell peppers. Just use whatever you got to shore up your plants, because these are an investment. You just don't want to let them go away. But again, these vine ripe tomatoes are doing great. So I'll be back in a moment.